Hello YouTube, welcome back into another episode of Hemel Hempstead FM24. It's a little bit less than a few weeks until FM26 comes out, but hey, we'll do a little bit until we can't. And now, I just want to show you guys our transfers, because we brought a few guys in. So at the end of last season, we brought in Diondrele Belio, who is a Croatian. Big guy, will be a noted improvement over Kelvin, because Kelvin probably won't be here anymore. Where is he? There he is. He is a lot better with speed, a lot better vision, better physically, better technically as well. He'll be helpful. He's not that much older than him. We also brought in Takanori Nishizawa, our new centre back, a model citizen Japanese centre back. Centre back, left back, right back. Center defensive mid as well, if you want to play him there. He's not super tall, but everything else about him makes me want to keep him around. Very, very good. We also brought in Diego Martin, as you see here. He came in for a very cheap transfer. There's Thor Olev Lirvik, who we brought in for 1.5 million from Mult in the Norwegian First Division. He looks like he will be an incredible purchase and will be very likely to be one of our better players. I'm currently training him to play at center mid, just because I think having him be capable of playing here and here, because will help. Anyone else who we brought in? No. Let's see who we sold. Let's show you the sales. Nobody there, I don't think. Who's new? Yes. So when it comes to other people we sold Jack Lancashire to Al Nasir in Saudi Arabia for 33 million, our new record transfer. Luis Bednikas, I didn't really want to let him go, but I felt like it'd be best to let him go to a team that might actually play him. He's gone to Hull. He'll be there and making 1.3k per week as a backup for 120k. Sent out some guys on loan. We also brought in Takayuki Kanano from Japan as well, and he is already growing. He is our new backup advanced forward. He will be coming on for Alex Mulryan, basically, and he looks like he will be an incredible addition to this team. If we go to Mulryan Alex, there he is. You see here, Mulryan's a little bit better defending. Sorry, Canado is a bit better mentally, a bit better defending, and a little bit better physically. But speed-wise, they're tied. Vision, Alex has it. Attacking, Alex has it. Technically, they're the same. Aerially, Alex has it. Alex is a decent bit taller, which makes a lot of sense that he would have slightly better that way. But as you can see, Takayuki can also play as a winger. He has a decent crossing stat, so we can play him on the right wing if needs be. So he is an incredible lad. We also brought in Glenn Ruben Hospe. I want to say how that last name is pronounced. Another Norwegian center midfielder, 19 years old, for 7.5 million from Bodo Glimt, the top talent producing team in Norway. 17 passing, 15 vision, 16 technique. Okay physically, moderately okay mentally, and has a good all-around technical cover. Will probably end up playing either deep lying or in the midfield for me, and that's it really. We didn't really do much else. We have FD Mentals back from his loan. Phil Roberts is back from his loan. Matteo Talongo was back from his loan, but he'll probably end up going relatively soon. Anyone else here? That's it really, I think. Yeah, that's it. Right, give me 1 second here, because we're actually about to go into the first Premier League game of the season. It is Crystal Palace, which is slightly ironic given that they are our they used to be our affiliate, a senior affiliate. They are no longer our senior affiliate because of the fact that we are in the same league as them. But they are now our option. Oh, that's right. Alex Torpe had a few offers come in from him from Arsenal, and I did not sell him for the 7 or 8 million I think they were offering to buy him for, and I said no. So he's not particularly happy right now, but that's fine. We're kind of playing this narrow system right now because who is it? Thor really wants us to. I've a promise, I believe, for this guy. If I go to our dynamics, no. So if you go to home and then 2 promises, you can see that. Oh no, we don't. Oh. I thought I made a promise to him to play him in the preferred position and role, but no, it's actually Takayuki, who we have to be played in as a striker, as an advanced forward, which I'm perfectly happy with. We might play him a little bit as a winger, but he is for sure more of an advanced forward for me, I think. He is already growing, which is incredible, and that his Japanese compatriot is not. But having 2 Japanese players on the teams just means that they actually have a very good. How do I put this? They're a very good, like, you take down the amount of time it takes them to adjust, because there are people here who already speak the language and that sort of thing. So having somebody here who's Japanese alongside him helps a lot. But as you can see, I mean, they have really good potential, and he's also valued really high. So even if he doesn't perform pretty well this year, he might end up being sold on for a decent amount of money. We only paid $4 million for him, so I'm not particularly annoyed about that. Thor, you need to be on the bench. I'll put you on the bench over Jordan, I think. But yes, we're gonna play Crystal Palace today, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I've already shown you guys basically everything else. Well, we're switching this tactic to it's apparently a 4-4-2 diamond arrow, but it's a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond arrow is how I put it. We also still have this 4-2-4 wide that we might use, because I think it's a pretty good offensive position. Because if we're going up against teams who have just been promoted, or teams that are also fighting relegation, like the teams last year who were fighting relegation, I want to see us try and go out and score a couple of goals. This might be for more of the teams that who are better than us, maybe. Just have it be a full-on, like, Sissoko and Kanado, or Mulryan and Dion will be up here together, and they'll be just pushing as hard as they can, hopefully with Olsner or Thor, or I think Johan can play Cam. No, he can't actually. McGoldrick can't, and he won't ever play Cam. Delongo can't play Cam. No, he can't. Basically, whoever's playing Cam will be the sort of secondary option there. But as you can see, we are prepared to go. You can be subbed off for our actual starting left back. Anybody else in here who we want to take off? Probably Shaughnessy. Could probably start Lepantant there at the moment. Telongo off. McGoldrick. Yeah, McGoldrick's going to have to stay on, I think. Thor will probably sub on at midfield at some point. But we'll see. As you can see, otherwise our team hasn't actually changed that much. Well, I say it hasn't changed that much. There is actually a pretty big difference in the team when it comes to the players who are here now. Yes, perfect. Okay. Well, you're left-footed, and you're either-footed. Okay, that's good. Right, let's do this. I don't particularly know how this is going to go. This is going to be entirely off the cuff. I have no clue how this is going to go. Oh, they have Dean Henderson in net. Ismail Assar is good. Ibrahise is good. Patson Daka is pretty good. Joe Rondon is actually pretty good. I don't really recognize anyone else there, unfortunately. So here's our team. I also probably should go ahead and run the face gen thing, because now we're playing a lot of teams that will have... Well, I'm playing a lot of teams that have it. Oh, that's Jake O'Brien. I recognize him. He's a decent enough centre back at this level. So who are we looking to fight against? Well, probably Norwich. Probably Leeds. Teams like that. Teams that probably just got promoted, or teams that got promoted in the last year and a half, and we're looking to fight alongside them. Try to stay in... Our goal for the year is to fight valiantly against relegation, which means that if we do not get relegated this year, I will be very happy with that. I do not expect us to do nearly as well as we did the last few years. I'm constantly saying that I don't expect us to do well, but then we do well. Ooh, good save from Kirsten. And also, as you can see, we're still in a 5,000 seat stadium, so yeah. Well, we've also recently got the TV money from the Premier League, so that's 85 million, I think, that was given to us this year. So we're also spending less than I think every other team in the league, obviously on wages. So like we're the cheapest team in the league. If we go down straight away, I'm sure we can go right back up, but it'll make it difficult because there's a couple of guys on the team who have fairly reasonable relegation release clauses. But obviously, you know, if we go down and they get sold, then I'm not too upset about that, because we can use that money to bring in more younger players who can help us get to the Premier League again. At least that would be the hope, you know. Not really seeing anything of any note here, really. We've had a couple of big saves there from Kirsten so far. He's showing up for the Premier League. How old is Dean Henderson now? Oh, he's 31. Huh. Went to Crystal Palace from Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Man, he was at Man United for a long time. Nearly 10 years. Played 13 appearances 1 year. That's his most appearances, I think, in the Premier League, aside from when he got sold to Crystal Palace. And looks like he's been their starting keeper ever since. Good for him. Solid bit of performance there from Dean. Alright, Man City are beating Brighton 1-0. Phil Roberts has taken a knock. Ooh, it's sub him off at halftime, I think. Mitchell to Rondon, to O'Brien, to Wharton, to Daka. Gets taken away. Leponton goes back to Kirsten in net. Kurskin boots it up towards Mulryan, who takes it down with a good touch. He's in behind. Jake O'Brien makes a big slide tackle. McGoldrick finds Hepshi, who puts it into the bottom right hand corner of the net. Who is in Dean Henderson is in the entirely wrong location. That was a great goal from him. Goal in his debut too. McGoldrick get the assist. Very good. Very good. Very good. Halftime 1-0 to Hemel Hempstead over Crystal Palace. Right, we got to take off Roberts because he's injured. Who can we sub in? We're going to sub in Amar Murillo. He's not very good at this level, but he'll be fine. Mulryan's not doing particularly well, but we'll leave him out there. He's probably trying to find his footing. These defenders are a lot faster than the defenders he's used to. There's an immense jump between the Championship and the Premier League. Rondon, for example, 13-14. O'Brien, 16-15. Like, Jake O'Brien's a really good defender. Lacks a little bit technically, but I mean, he's a good defender, and he'll probably keep playing for Ireland, given that he's had 19 caps in this already. He moved to Crystal Palace, started at Cork City, went to Crystal Palace for 64k. Jesus, that's a lot of money. Then to Olympic Lyon, back to Crystal Palace. Wow. Crystal Palace has paid like, what was it, 3.5 million for this guy over his lifespan. That's good stuff. Alright, we're 70 minutes in. Let's make some changes. FD Mentals, you can come off for Takanori. He's either footed, so that's helpful. Notuksu can come off for Mardenchi. That's 3 subs made. Alex Mulryan can come off for you. You can come on for Olzer, and that's all the subs I think we can make. Yes, it's all 5 subs made. Perfect. Bring in a few guys just to let them have a run out there on the Premier League pitches. See how they feel about it. Lervik's doing a good job here, actually, leading the line, it looks like. Well, being the main contributing factor to the line, given he is, I think, our only Canado. Takes a shot, goes over the crossbar. I mean, so far that's the second chance I think I've seen from our advanced forward position. One of them was Mull Ryan, and he missed. So Canado over the corner kick into Simpson. Ooh. Murillo's there. Ooh, over the crossbar. Close. Close stuff there. Four minutes of added time. Match is almost over. We have won our first game in the Premier League. Would you look at that? On a goal from Glenn Robin Hopse. I want to say Hopse. I don't know if it's Hopse or Hopse, but I think it's Hopse. First goal in his Premier League debut. First goal, first professional goal of his career. Wow. That was great work, everyone. Great work. I mean, listen, I'm not going to argue. As long as we score and we win, I'm happy enough with it. That puts us in 6th in the Premier League. That helps us out. Let's take a look now at league predictions. We're just going to really quickly burn through this bad boy. And now we want to go to competitions, Premier League. Season preview. So the season preview says us will go down at 1,000 to 1 to win. Sheffield United is also going down. Norwich going down. Everton, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth and Leicester are the bottom 12 of the league. So those are the teams we should be looking to win against. Brentford are actually in the Europa Conference League. West Ham, Brighton, Aston Villa, United. United being in 6th must be really annoying for United fans at this point. Still have Onana in net. My God, he must have something on Arnie. Oh, was that? Oh, it was Joe. Okay, I thought that was Jake. Rodri. Oh, sorry, no, that's gone to somebody else. They have Lautaro Martinez. Arnie Colmas. Don't know who this is. Mendes, Mateus Nunes from Wolves. 53 million. That was a great purchase for Wolves, honestly. Made money on him. Over, what was that? A year and 3 matches. 37 appearances, and he went on to play some decent football for them. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Jeremy Pino, Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku. Anyone there? Oh, there's Stephanie Gleeson. He's playing Premier League matches for Liverpool. He's played their 1 appearance, so we're going to play him later on, which is going to be interesting given he came up with us. Yes, and we can take a quick look at the team overview here. Sorry, team detailed. The Man City is the salary per annum at 357 million per year. We are at 14.6, which puts us 4 times below what Bournemouth are spending. We are rich finance-wise, probably because we've gotten our big sale from Jack Lancaster. He gave us 33 million, which gave us up to 59.5, and of course we're going to have our big income from the Sky Bet, the English Premier Division TV revenue. We've already got 7 million in TV revenue from them alone. So this year's going to be a big year for us financially. Yeah, we have to attempt to avoid relegation, just be competitive. There's a youth facilities improvement. I'll ask at some point maybe for something else, but I think that's pretty good. So that's our first match in the Premier League, is a 1-0 win. Jonas Kirschken did really well. Phil Roberts got hurt, but it looks like it wasn't a big injury because he doesn't have an injury thing on the board, so he's fine. FD Mentals did okay. Jack Simpson. Jack's going to be our captain for this year. Next year he probably won't be. He's probably going to be either relegated to a bench player or he's going to be sold, which is going to be really sucky because he's been here now for 5 years. He's been here. He played Vanarama National South matches for us, just to show how good this guy has been. Hell of a free pickup for us in the first year. Yeah, overall though, I think our team is good. We got a few older guys. We got Jack. We got Jonas. We got Giacomo. We got Abraham. We got Amir. We got Luke and McNulty and Connor Shaughnessy. And we got a couple older guys here who can help, like Craig King is going to be. He's our backup keeper. He's our literal only backup keeper because of Beniscus being sold. But we're doing well, so I think we're pretty happy with that. I'll be back next time. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the second half of this episode. I went through the full season, as you can see from the screen here, but largely because there wasn't that much to talk about. We got some small things here. We'll go ahead and just go through it. So for the new signings, you can see we signed Dion Bilio. I think we talked about him in the start of the episode. He actually is he's the highest scoring goal scorer on this list. From Augsburg for 3.7 million, he made 36 total appearances for us, which I think is pretty good. We also signed Kanado here, the 21-year-old striker from Kobe, £4.9 million. He scored a load of goals for us. I am perfectly happy with him having scored 10 goals. We brought in Thor Olav Lervik from Mold for 1.5 million. So honestly, very good. Very good. He had 7 assists and 4 goals. Not bad at all. Glenn Robin Hopse, we brought in for 7.5 million from Bodo Glimt, 3 goals, 5 assists. Takanori Nishizawa brought in from Kashima Antlers, 4 million, made 38 appearances, scored a goal. Ben Pikelnthy brought in for 5 million, made 16 appearances. Eddie Beach brought in for 1 million, made 6 appearances. Irfan Khan brought in for 6.5 million, made 4 appearances. Oliver Son brought in for 2.8, made 14 appearances and had 4 assists. Very good, all in all. Season's results, as you can see, we finished in 10th in the Premier League, perfectly mid-table with 53 points. We were 8 points off Leicester in 9th. We were 4 points above West Ham in 11th. So this is the perfect split point, I would say, between bottom half and top half of the table. We were perfectly good. We were basically assured to finish somewhere in the top 10 at some point here. As you can see as well, we only had Ibrahim Sissoko scored double digits in the league. He scored 10, which, I mean, honestly, we need better strikers. But hey, he scored 10 goals. I'll take it. As you can see, at the start of the season, we had a good run of immediate wins, which helped keep us up. We lost to Leicester, won against Brentford. We had some pretty bad runs of form there, as you can see, in December. We did okay at the end of December, start of January. There's been a few streaky runs here and there, unfortunately, on the team's form. But we did okay. We got through it, and we have finished in 10th in the Premier League. Hang on, let me go back here and show you these other things. Now, the FA Cup is actually where we did the best. We beat Bournemouth in the first round 3-1, which you can kind of see just below my face here. We beat Plymouth Argyle 7-1. We beat Preston North End 4-0. We beat West Brom 1-0. And then we lost 3-1 to Liverpool. That was actually a pretty decent match all in all. It was relatively competitive. They scored more goals than we did. We actually got some shots on target, generated an okay amount of XG. Infante in their net. I don't actually know who this guy is. Looks like he's a purchase from Alves in Spain for a decent amount of money. But as you can see, Kirsten did not do very well in net. They had Osimhen, Endrick, and Diaz. That's just too good for us to hold back, unfortunately. Luis Diaz scored, Osimhen scored, and Endrick scored. Baleo scored, and he's assisted from Son. As you can see, we're playing this 5-3-2 sort of narrow thing that I had going on because we just weren't able to score. So I said, okay, we're going to try and defend better then. And when I made those changes, we did actually start letting in less goals usually, which is a nice thing. In the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out in the semi-final by Manchester United. We lost over 2 legs, 3-1. Fine match, I guess. Also, this year is the last year we'll be playing in our stadium, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Biggest win was 7-1 over Plymouth in the FA Cup. Our match to watch was a 2-0 win over Norwich. Well, Ryan and Jack Simpson scored in that match. Goal of the season was from Kelvin Etobian. Low drive from 20 meters out. Okay, finances. We've made a lot of money this year. A lot of money this year. The fact that our reputation hasn't gone up much is kind of surprising. But as you can see, sponsorship money, we made 1.5 million. Broadcast money, we made nearly 90. Health and corporate and hospitality, we made about 20 grand more. Competition money, we made 22 1.72 million just in competition prize money. I think 20 million of that is actually just in Premier League money for finishing in 10th. And match day revenue, we made a little bit more. I'm not too surprised that our corporate and hospitality and our match day and commercial income hasn't gone up all that much, largely because we only have a 5,500 seater stadium. Merchandise, we nearly sold 1 million shirts. Non-domestic sales amounted to nearly 1,000, nearly 100,000 I should say. We sold nearly 12,000 shirts. Sissoko, Simpson, Kanado, Nochuk, Sun and Belio, they are our best selling shirts. I'm kind of surprised Nishizawa isn't on that list, but maybe he will be next year, because I don't think Sissoko and Simpson will be playing nearly as much next year. This is how we lined up. We lined up in this 5-3-2 wing back with Mulryan and Sissoko up front. Makes sense. Lervik and Torpe. Jordan Torpe was a player who I did not think would be hanging around this year, primarily because of the fact that he could not play any position other than winger. We weren't playing wingers anymore, but I threw him in as a midfielder, and he's actually doing pretty okay in midfield. So yeah, he's been doing all right. We have Noah Chuk-sun, Michael McGoldrick playing in the defensive mid position, Phil Roberts playing out on the right. We have Jack Simpson, FD Mentals, and Nishizawa as the back three, and Kirsten in net with a match rating of about 7. Honestly, Kirsten is probably one of the few reasons why we did okay this year, but I'll talk about that in a minute. We did win the Sky Bet Championship manager of the season. Sissoko is our average rating of 7.1 player of the season. Jordan Torpe was a young player of the season. Signing season was Kanado. Goal season went to Calvin. Top goal scorer, most assists, most player of the matches, highest average rating, and most passes completed per 90. As you can see over here on the right, by the way, record breakers just under my head. Michael McGoldrick had 6 yellow cards and 2 reds. He got sent off twice in a row. I think we might have ourselves a new Michael Keane here. He absolutely broke someone's legs out from underneath him, I think, in one of those matches. Can I see where his red cards came from? Can I see those? Actually, let me see if I can find them real quick. Hang on. Actually, you know what? I just hit pause on the recording, but you know what? We're going to go through this first. So, when it came to our highest transfer fee received, it was Jack Lancaster with 33 million. He went out to Al Nasir for that amount of money, which is very good for us. And we also have Glenn Robin Hopes, who are our biggest purchase of 7.5. Our oldest goal scorer is Ibrahim Sissoko at 33 years old and 83 days. He is starting to fall off quite intensely physically. Next year he probably won't play for us. If he does play for us, it probably means that a bunch of our strikers are injured. He's now a decent Sky Bet Championship player. The fans love him. He's a model citizen. He loves big matches. He's consistent. We'll probably keep him around to help the youngsters. He had 10 goals in 27 matches with 3 assists in the Premier League, which is a very, very good record for us. He now has the most appearances, I think, in his career for a team with Hemel Hempstead at 86. He has 56 goals for us as well. He did have a very good goal scoring year for the 2 years he came here, 24 and 22 goals. Now 10 goals in the Premier League, which is actually, I think, his highest goal scoring in a top flight. Looks like it, yeah. At Saint Etienne, he only scored 6 in League 1 Uber Eats, but he also only had 16 appearances, so maybe he could have scored more. But anyway, that's crazy. Anyway, history in the making. We'll go through this, and then I'll show you guys some of the really bad tackles that we saw Michael McGoldrick make. Oh yeah, Jordan Torpe won Next Gen, which is kind of wild to me. I think it should be in his milestones awards. Yeah, he won 28-29 Next Gen, which is crazy to me. I don't think there's anything else there really. We had a few other players in the Next Gen, but that's where it was. Anyway, let me go through here and let's find out where Michael McGoldrick got sent off. He got sent off 2 times during the season, and he also had 6 yellow cards. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you guys this. If I go to our medical center, injury history, yeah, Jonas Kurskin had a load of injuries. Irfan was also injured, so we were down. That's why Eddie Beach played a few matches, because he was literally the only guy we had to play matches, and he's been hurt too. So, I think it'll give you a list here of the injuries. Jonas Kurskin had a bruised knee for a few days. Let's just show it by timeout. Yeah, Jonas Kurskin dislocated his shoulder in a match against Tottenham really early on, and he was out for 2 weeks. Mark Helm broke his toe. Erfkan broke his lower arm, fractured his lower arm, and Eddie Beach has broken his lower arm. So, yeah, our goalkeepers were not great this year when it came to staying healthy. So yeah, we've had a problem with that. But let's take a look here, shall we? I don't know if it'll just be in matches where we lost. Yeah, there's where Jonas Kurskin got hurt. He got pulled out in this match against Tottenham. Leeds. I don't think it would have been matches we won. There's no way he would have been sent off. Oh, FD Mentals got sent off there in this Man United match. Lost his head. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. I think both of these sending offs happened fairly late on in the year as well. There's one sending off for Noah. Nothing there. It was hardly both in like FA Cup matches, was it, or something? Not there. Not there. Might have been in FA Cup matches, I don't know. I wish you could click on it and see where the sending offs happened. If I go into the Premier League matches here and I go to stats and I go to player overview, maybe. And player detailed. Yellow cards. I don't see it there. That's weird. General. Well, there you go. Noah Chuksun is also here for yellow cards. He had 7. Oh, here we go. We can sort here. Matteo Ganduzzi had a red card. Noah Chunsuk had a red card as well. Apparently Liam Delap also had one. Apparently Michael McGoldrick didn't have enough yellow cards to appear on that list, but he had 2 reds. So there you go. Penalties saved, actually. Jonas Kurskin saved 2 of 4 penalties. It is quite cool. Expected goals prevented. Jonas second in the league in that. Headers attempted per 90 minutes. Abraham and Dion, both of those guys I expected to do that. They're both planning to do that. Red cards, there it is. He had 2 red cards. Nicholas Dominguez is the only one who had a higher red card total. He had 2 red cards and 5 yellows. Nicholas Dominguez had 3 red cards and 6 yellows. And Michael still made 26 starts and 6 off the bench appearances for us in the Premier League. He did spend a few weeks down in the secondary, down in Hemel under 21s, I think. Yeah, he spent like a little while down there. That's why he has non-competitive on there, I think. But yeah, it was a whole thing. We had to ship him off for a bit because he just wasn't doing very well for us. Hemel Hempstead best 11. Anyone there who's interesting? No, not there. The side of 2023, which is the start which is the year we started this save. 5 members of teams are now retired. Craig King is the only player still at the club. Yeah, that checks out. Oh yes, we're actually getting a new stadium, by the way, and also we now have over 500,000 followers, which is cool. Let's see. They want us to play attacking football, work within wage budget, avoid relegation. Yeah, I'm fine with that. As long as we keep avoiding relegation, I'm pretty happy with that. Squad end of season break, training camp destination. Let's go to Germany. Why not? End of season meeting. We'll just pop a quick meeting here. Thank you all for coming. Premier Division. Put in a strong league campaign. Aiming for a mid-tail finish. Exactly the reaction I was after. Thank you all again. That's all for now. Perfect. I take a mid-table finish again next year, and hopefully when we come back next year, we'll have new players who can reinforce things. Dion has been named in the team of the week, but basically, we don't particularly have. I don't have anything to show you guys too much really at the moment. I haven't made any signees. We got our youth category improved as well. We didn't have anyone in the youth team who was worth talking about. We do actually have an overall balance of £125 million, by the way. This season we made £80 million. Last season we made 40, and I have yet to make a big transfer. I have yet to splash the cash. I have 103 million in my transfer budget, and double the wage budget available to me right now. In our dev center, I don't think we have. Well, apparently Fraser Denham's growing. I don't believe you, but apparently he is. Earthcan, you can probably get sold. Honestly, we don't need you anymore. Can we sell you? You're open. You'd prefer to stay. How much did we spend on you again? Was it 6? Yeah, I don't particularly care, but I don't care really about making a profit on you. We won't be able to. If we can ship you out for like. If we ship you out for 6.25, because that is your release fee, I will absolutely be fine with that. Amarillo, by the way, his contract's running out, as is... Oh, who's the other guy? Hang on, I think he's in our main team here. Yes. Nichta, his contract's running out in a few weeks. He wants to commit his future to the club. I do not want him here. Quite frankly, he is not good enough to be here, and he's also not got a good enough personality to stick around and actually help the team grow. As you can see here from our new signings, nobody here is worth talking about. They're all bad. Mostly signed these players because we needed depth for everything else. We have a couple of goalkeepers here. As you can see, we have Takahiro Suzuka, who we're going to have come in and be our backup goalkeeper. We have Billy Masterton here as well, who's growing actually. He's on loan at Middlesbrough. We have Diego Martin, who's on loan at Stoke, who's growing pretty okay actually. He might be helpful. We might actually play him this year as our backup defensive midfielder. Kemal Hushik, I mean, he's growing. I don't know if he's going to be playing for us next year, though. He might go out on loan again. Maybe we'll sell him if he's valued at that high. Michael Kelly, this might be a guy who we ship out next year. Ship out this year, honestly, when he returns from loan. Don't think there's anyone else here who's really worth talking about. No. And I would not say no to a little bit extra money to spend on our transfers, to be honest. When it comes to our transfers, you could take 10 million off of Dortmund right now if we wanted, I guess. Transfer value 146 million to 179 million. Holy shit. Okay. And when it comes to everything else, by the way, I'm just going to sort our team here by players. So Ben, we're going to keep him around. He's young. He's got some potential. He's also a English talent, or he's a local talent. So I don't need to worry about like him not having a work permit. FD Mentals is a guy who's come through our youth academy. He has switched to English, by the way, which I hate. I kind of wish he had stayed as a Faroese player. He had 12 professional caps for the Faroe Islands, and unfortunately he switched over to England, which is kind of sad, honestly. But hey, that's fine. Jack Simpson's still here. Probably will be playing one more year with us. Probably won't be getting any starts anymore. He's on 50.5k a week. He'll probably end up getting one more contract with us and then be done. Noah Chuksun seems to be falling apart a little bit, but I think this guy will be really good. He had 30 appearances for us this year, had four assists and a goal. I think he'll be good for us. Glenn will be around as well. Michael McGoldrick will be around. Thor and Jordan. I don't know about Jordan. Honestly, I'm very tempted to sell Jordan Torpe. I don't particularly know what his place is in this team. Because as a midfielder, he's very good. But I am worried about the fact that he just doesn't seem to have the defensive factor of his game at all. He's primarily an attacking midfielder, and like, I don't know if we want to keep him, honestly. I'm very, very up in the arms about that. Abraham Sissoko will be kept around as a backup player. I'm immediately going to change his playing time to fringe player because he is only going to be a fringe player. Takayuki Kanado, Kanado. He's been very good for us this year. He had our second most goals overall, I believe, all year. He's young. He's got a lot of caps for Japan. Well, he's got a lot of caps for someone who's 21 for Japan. He's got some potential still, I think. I primarily play him as a striker. I don't really play him as a winger, but as a striker, I think he's good. He wants to start more games. He'll be starting more games. Honestly, Connor Shaughnessy's probably out, to be honest. He's got another year left on his contract. Honestly, if we could ship him out for like 400k, maybe 375 actually. If we could ship him out for 375, I'd be happy with that. Phil Roberts, he's our starting right wing back usually. He's also very good at left back, but we start him usually primarily as a right back. Giancomo Olzer's probably out. He's wanted by Empoli and Hearts. His contract's up in a few weeks. We're just going to let him walk. Johan Lepantant, might sell him too, to be honest. Oliver Son, he's very useful as a backup because he can play left back, and right wing back. We're keeping him around primarily because of that. Alex Mulryan is our primary starting forward, by the way, at this point. He is an incredible talent. He's got a few caps for Ireland. He scored 9 goals in the Premier League this year. He was 1 goal off of Ibrahim's 10 goals. We're going to keep him. Dion is still good. I'm going to keep him around. He is very helpful because he is huge and strong, and he was cheap to bring in. And I'm not going to argue with that, to be honest. We're going to keep him around. Nishizawa is our starting center back, but we can also play him as a defensive midfielder, which for sure helps because we need him sometimes to sit into that position. He's very good there. He had 29 appearances for us. He, I think, struggled this year with adaptability, but I think next year he'll be a lot better. Matteo Tainalongo, looking to sell him. Craig King, we're going to keep around primarily because he's just a useful backup. Let's just enter those contract negotiations right now. Yeah, immediate's fine. Why not? Can we sign you on for 5 years and at the where is it? One-year extension. Put you in like nah, we'll just leave it at that. We'll say that, and we'll give you a nice little loyalty paycheck. 2k per week. We'll give you 100k. Make sure you stay happy, and if you wanna, we'll maybe send them off to do some. If we qualify for the Europa League, we'll give you a little thing as well, just for all the hard work you've put in. Perfect. We're going to keep him around primarily because if we need to register a third goalkeeper for anything, we can register him, and he's also homegrown at club and homegrown in nation. Eddie Beach, we're probably going to just hang on to for a bit. He is a bit more expensive as our backup option, but we can't sell him with that kind of wage, I don't think. I mean, we could see if we could get like 1.7 million for him. See if we can flip him for that, because we have enough goalkeepers now. We have Masterton and Suzuka, who we have as our backups, who we can keep around. Craig King signed a new contract with us. We don't want to do that. We don't want to take any. You don't want to take any deal where you have to pay the wages of the player, because that just means that you're not getting the full usage out of your wage.
Did what? Oh, Aston Villa won the EU Champions League. Wow. Who did they play? Stade Rennais. They do have the top goal scorer, it looks like. Who in the... I don't know this guy. Started at Olympique Lyon, went to Nice, and now went to Rennais. He's Algerian. There's a lot of caps, a lot of goals for Algeria. He's very good. Good job to him. And Matteo Regaguy. I mean, he's good. So yeah, how did this go? Let's take a look at the league path. Well, not the league path. Let's take a look at the league phase here. So Man United won. Fiorentina, Galatasaray, Stuttgart, Rennes, Valencia, Rangers, Dinamo Kiev. Aston Villa didn't even make it automatically into the knockout stages. They had to play a playoff. Rennais didn't. Villarreal, Bordeaux making it through is quite good for them. Though this is a save where these guys haven't been booted down to like the third or fourth tier of French football because of administration problems. Besiktas, Sporting, Wolfsburg, Monaco, PSV, Trabzonspor, AZ, Bologna, Genk, Red Star, Aberdeen. Aberdeen made it through. Good on them. Midtjylland and Hearts. Who got knocked out? Did anyone not get any points at all? No, everyone got at least a point. That is, I believe, the Kazakhstani team. Yes. Astana. They're a very good team. Ludogorets, Basel's there. Good on them. What about the Conference League? Freiburg and Olympique Marseille are in it right now. Their league phase was Freiburg at the top, Olympique Marseille, so that first two players are playing the top two teams are playing each other. Brentford, Bilbao, Polossia? Oh, Ukrainian. Okay, didn't know them. Tyrol, don't know who these guys are. Oh, team in Serbia. Okay, don't know who these guys are either. Oh, these are the Cypriotic team, the Cyprus team, who play pretty well every year, I think. Top team in Cyprus: Olympiacos, Antwerp, Swedish Premier League team, Piast, Eurosport, Djurgårdens, Anderlecht, Obe, Malmo, Quarbag. One team here did not get any kind of... Oh, it's Swift. Yeah, it's these guys. These guys always win the Luxembourger... Oh, no, these are actually in the Luxembourg division? Are they? Scheduled senior team. Oh. Maybe. I don't know, honestly. They might very well be the Luxembourg, the only team in Luxembourg who are there. Derry City. Oh, good on Derry making it in. And actually getting some points too. They got, 3 points? They drew 3 times versus the new Saints, Polossia, and Banatav Polvodi. The new Saints finished in 30th. They finished 1 point above them. Oh, they won a match. That's what it was. Dynamo TB in the Georgian League. Genoa didn't even make it through. Wow. Genoa and Serie A didn't even make it through. Jesus. That must have been... This must have been a particularly tough Conference League. 18 points. Wow, the top team. Only Freiburg went invincibles in the league phase. Knockout playoff. Malmo won. They're the only teams, I think. Olympiacos. The only team on the at home who won. That's kind of wild. Around the 16, Djurgårdens beat Anderlecht, lost to Tyrol. Malmo beat Onanoma. Freiburg beat that team from Sweden. Antwerp beat that guy. Atletico Bilbao beat Piast. Brentford beat Olympiacos. The quarterfinal, Tyrol's Freiburg, OM, and Bilbao. And semi-final, Tyrol lost to Freiburg, and Bilbao lost to Olympique Marseille. And now we're in the final. Eric Botham has actually the top scoring record in this Conference League, which is kind of good, actually. Good on him. Then again, if Rocco Simic scores like 2 goals, I think it'll be a case of Freiburg's guy will take it. But they also had 2 guys in the top scoring place, which is pretty good. That's pretty good, all things considered. Good on them. So now we know. Good for them. Yes, I'm going to try and do some purchases. I'm going to try to bring in some young good players. I'm going to try and maybe bring in a few older players who maybe have a little bit of skill right now, but we can maybe move them on in a year or two. I don't particularly know if there's anyone who we can find, but we're going to have to find somebody to bring in. Probably a centre back. Probably for sure a centre back. Probably as well like one or two other people as well. We need to find some guys who we need to bring in, and I know that I'm not being particularly you're wanted by Nottingham Forest. Well, you're not that good anymore, it looks like, James. That's fortunate. I thought he might have been a good player to bring in. Who's the other guy we're looking at? Is this him? No, it's the guy at Orlando City. This guy. This is someone who I was looking at bringing in, but he's just moved to Orlando City, so he won't come to us. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get a full scouting report, and I'm going to he's on my default shortlist. That's fine. Probably won't be able to get him from Orlando until next year, maybe, or maybe we'll be able to get him during the week. Centre backs. Oh, you're really cheap. You're not that good though. You're not that guy, pal. Not that guy. Who you wanted by? Kaiserslautern. Yeah. There's a guy here, Kashima, another Japanese centre back. He looks, I mean, he's definitely more of a wing back, or, well, he's not really even a wing back. This guy has, I don't know what to say about that. Danny Barca, he's 26, and he is not good. Oron, Sali. I mean, he can play centre back, but I mean, his 17 tackling is really good. Having tackling that high at 18 is really good. But this guy's for sure like a bring in, loan out for 2 years, sell on for like 40-50 million kind of guy. This guy isn't someone who you bring in immediately and he starts playing well for you. But we can compare him real quick with FD Mentals. As you can see, FD Mentals hasn't beat in every area except for attacking. Physical and speed, they're tied, but everywhere else it's basically the same. Yeah, I think I just have to find players who are good enough to help right now. And like, while I'm sure that I could bring in some players who maybe are not as good, who are a bit younger. Oh my god, what the fuck? £406 million release clause? Holy fuck, man. I mean, I can see it. I can see why he's valued that high. Holy fuck, Barcelona. Jesus Christ. Mateus de Ligt's there as well. Jorginho Scalvani has gone to Chelsea. I'm totally very happy to see that. It's a good purchase for Chelsea. 82 million from Atalanta. There's Eder Militao, Dayot Upamecano. John Stones is going for really cheap because he went to Al Ittihad for free after going to Al Hilal, which is kind of crazy. But there you go. We could bring him in for like that amount of. Oh fuck that! No way. That guy's making as much money as our entire payroll right now. Jesus fucking Christ. You crazy. Arquillos at PSG, who has been there now for 14 years. Honestly, I kind of don't want to purchase him because I think that it'd be kind of mean to me to be like, hey, guess what? Your best player is no longer there. He's also fallen apart physically. Joe Gomez is there. Nathan Ake. Let's see if there's anyone here with a minimum fee release clause who's particularly interesting. So I'll be looking for someone probably in this range between like 30 to 40, maybe 50 million. We'll be looking to buy in. We're looking to bring in a few players, so you got to kind of remember that too. Let me just. Oh, there's Koei Takura. I remember him. He was a very, very good purchase for me a couple of years ago. This guy could be an option. Maybe. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys there because I'm just looking through basically players to see what I can find here, and I'm going to spend some time finding them. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do any more videos of this save because FM26 is out in a few weeks, and I think it very well might be a case of I'm just going to play this save off my free time if I feel like it, or maybe I'll just stop at some point soon. But maybe if we do one more year, just to see if we can't do ourselves a favor and hit the top flight of the Premier League, see if we can't get ourselves into Europe. As you can see, Aston Villa finished 12th and they got Champions League because they finished in the Champions League. Man City in 7th, which is kind of a very down year for them. Only in 7th because Brighton didn't have as good goal difference as them. Brighton won more matches. It's a 3-point draw with 2 more losses on Brighton's side. If Brighton had drawn 1 more match, they would have finished in 7th and made it into the Conference League. Yeah, because the what's it called? The coefficient means that the Premier League usually almost always gets an extra position for the Champions League. But as you can see from our league positions, we started off really hot and then we kind of tapered off and sort of found our place here in 8th or 9th. Well, I think the lowest we were in was 13th for a bit, which, given that this is our first year in the Premier League, being down here for a little bit, I mean, I kind of expected us to be a little bit further down for a little bit, but no. We went to 13th and then we basically stayed in 10th and 9th for the entire time. So, we're going to call it there. I'll see you guys next time.